New Year's Eve in Sydney, yay or nay? If you know me, spending New Year's Eve in Sydney and watching the fireworks with the Harbour Bridge in the background was on my to-do list and my bucket list for 20 years. I've lived in Sydney in 2004 and unfortunately I had to leave for Houston, Texas, right before Christmas. Obviously missed the fireworks for New Year's Eve, and ever since then I had the dream of going back and seeing the fireworks. And actually I was so close to doing that in 2013 when I decided to fly on the 29th or 30th of December to New Zealand with a friend. And we thought, okay, we had kind of a little stop in Sydney before going to Auckland. Why don't we make a proper stop and go and watch the fireworks? But obviously it was all a bit short notice and we had a look at the prices, and hotel prices were over the roof and over the top. So we decided not to do it. And so that was in 2013, and it took me till 2024 till I experienced it and I watched the fireworks for New Year's Eve in Sydney with a great view of the Harbour Bridge and all the fireworks around. Good morning! It's New Year's Eve and officially week 2 of our honeymoon in Australia. We are in Sydney for about 5 days now. We are about to check out of this lovely hotel. So that room was really amazing. It was so huge, and I'll show you the view in a second. Wait. So that was my view out of the window. How nice is that? It's in Volumulu, the Overlook Hotel, and you can see the Royal Botanical Gardens over there. And maybe you can see, but I think they're too small, far in the back, there are like masses and tons of people going into the Botanical Garden. Actually, I think they're now queuing up. So it was a steady stream before, but now they're kind of standing there because everyone wants to grab a seat and actually a spot to view the fireworks at midnight. And yeah, we'll have a stroll through town. We are checking into our new hotel, and that's a bit closer to the city. It's a piccolo room, so let's see, because I do have some luggage. So yeah. Then tonight we are going to the opera, so I'm so excited, and we see Cinderella, and then there will be a firework at 9 p.m. and then obviously the big firework at 12 p.m. So I hope I can take you with me. Let's go. That's the timetable for tonight. Here you can see where to see the fireworks. Time, it's 1:30. That's the Hotel Morris. That's where we are staying, right at the outside of Chinatown on Pitt Street. That's where we are going. We got an upgrade, actually 2 rooms above. So now we have a king-size bed. It's still not massive. We have a window to the front. Welcome gift and card for a honeymoon. There is an espresso machine, which I always like. There we have a bathroom. So I filmed a bit, so you get an expression of our, not the day, but probably the night. It started around 5-ish, 6-ish, where we got down to the Opera House. Obviously you have to walk there, you can't drive there. So we got an Uber that got us as close as you could get. And then we walked down with, plenty of other people who wanted to visit the opera, either the concert hall or the opera house as we did, or the opera cafe and I think the Ben Long restaurant. So those people were all going the same path. And yeah, we came across all the people that waited for hours, probably since the morning, like kind of camping alongside the promenade. Everyone was cheerful, the weather was nice, and we were really excited. And we got till the beginning of Macquarie Street. So we hopped into an Uber and trying to get as far to the venue as possible. We did quite well. Macquarie Street is down there, and there we have to walk to the entry point of the opera. Some people are camping just outside of the garden, And here is the entry point for the opera ticket holder. I'm wearing my foldable ballet slippers because I didn't know when we have to walk about 3K there and back. I didn't want to walk in heels. So we decided to go see Cinderella and then get tickets for the after show party, because that's crucial, because when you have the tickets for the after show party, you are allowed to enter the, I think it's northern foyer, where you have the balcony and where you have the view of the Harbour Bridge. Cinderella was great as well. Being in the opera house is always exciting. I've did it once before and it was good to be back. After the first act was over, in the break, we kind of went upstairs to go to the northern foyer and see the 9 p.m. fireworks. Because obviously Sydney doesn't have just one firework on 12. No, they have 2 fireworks, and there is a firework at 9 p.m. as well. That's pretty cool, and I thought, okay, it will be probably kind of a little firework, because they say it's obviously for the children, so they can go to bed afterwards. But no, it was a real proper firework. And cool thing is, with seeing the bridge and the firework there, that they have a whole couple of other fireworks across all of the harbour length. So it felt like we were really in the middle of the fireworks, because we had the harbour bridge and then just right behind us were different fireworks going up. So it was really like, oh, where should I go and see and watch? It was really cool. That was for the break of Cinderella. Then there was the second act, and after that, everyone who got probably after show tickets kind of went straight for the northern foyer and went straight onto the balcony. We unfortunately weren't the first ones, but we were one of the lucky ones that got actually a space on the balcony. So we stood there. Obviously, snacks, finger food and beverages like bubblies, wine, soft drinks were all included in our ticket, but they were served inside and we were outside on the balcony, and we were a bit anxious at first if we enter and get something to drink that we can't go back out to the balcony again. Therefore, we stayed on the balcony, but when time went on, because it was around 10:30ish, I think, when we first entered the balcony. By probably 11ish, Michael got inside, got us some drinks, some bubbly. That was nice. And the staff, they discovered that everyone is hanging out of the balcony. So they came through with bubbles and just topped up your glass. So pretty cool of them to do that. Yeah, so we got our fair share of New Year's Eve bubbles. It was nice to meet different people as well. We had a couple, they were on honeymoon as well, the same as us, from, I think they were from Colombia. Then some other South American couples were around us, then one American lady. So we stood there, we had the concerts, because ABC, the local TV broadcast channel, they had the New Year's Eve show right downstairs. So we could see the stage and see the performance, so that was quite nice. And we discovered on the day that Robbie Williams will perform for the New Year's Eve show. And by that time, I didn't know that we get to see him, because I thought that probably the stage will be in front of the opera house. So I thought maybe we can get outside and see him quickly before the fireworks. But no, he was performing right downstairs. That was pretty cool. I'm a huge Robbie Williams fan. Yeah, it goes way back to his Take That days. I've seen him live a couple of times, and I think he's a really great performer. So seeing him was perfect. And then obviously it was 12 and the fireworks started. And I have to say, it was better than I ever could have imagined it, because I imagined, okay, I see the bridge, I see the fireworks, I have probably someone who loves me just behind me, hugging me. And yeah, being there with my husband on honeymoon, having him there and sharing that great experience with him it was so good. I don't find words. I think that memory was waiting for 20 years to finally get to experience it. Yeah, so really it was a great experience, and I had at the beginning of the video a New Year's Eve in Sydney, yay or nay? For me, definitely a yay. I don't mind people, I don't mind bustling cities. Some might say they are crowded. For me, it's just they're full of life and people being in there and being around people, and it gives me energy and doesn't drain me. So I really like that there were a lot of people in Sydney in the anticipation of New Year's Eve. Everyone was really looking forward to it, really happy, and so it had a great vibe. And so after the fireworks, we went back in. They had a live band, and that was pretty nice as well, because at first, obviously, up on some food. So what was left, I had some food, had some drinks, and then went to the stairs where kind of the concert area was. And that was pretty nice. Everyone was sitting there, and they've done a great show as well. And in the end, really, everyone was up on their feet. Everyone was dancing for the last two songs, close to them closing up the facility and closing opera. So that was really great, having everyone around, everyone happy, everyone dancing. It was a great experience. Getting back was easy as well. We walked, so I had my heels, but I also had some ballet flats, actually foldable ones. I bought them some time ago, still in my consulting days, for walking around at the airport. And so we walked back to our hotel. We booked a hotel in the city center. I booked that probably mid-year, so quite early. Yeah, prices are horrendous in Sydney for New Year's Eve. You kind of have to accept that. We have booked, I think it was said, a piccolo room, so a really, really tiny room. And they were cute because we told them that we were on honeymoon, so we have been their guest of the day and got an upgrade to 2 sizes larger. And we couldn't open all of our suitcases in the 2 sizes larger as well. So I would have imagined, I don't know, probably not being able to open 1 suitcase in the piccolo room. So it was really great to get that upgrade. And they were pretty nice. And we stayed there for 2 nights. Most of the hotels in Sydney for New Year's Eve, they have a minimum stay of 3 nights. So finding the Hotel Morris, actually it was for just 2 nights worth, was really good, really great. And it was pretty central, and we really enjoyed our stay there as well. So we walked back, no problem at all, and then went to sleep, and then started a 31-day yoga challenge on the 1st of January. So we got a bit active in the morning before going to breakfast and enjoying Sydney. We spent a day at Manly, walked around there, then got the ferry back, and then just basically wandered around from Circular Quay all the way to Darling Harbour. So they recreated, because I lived in Sydney in 2004, just right in Parliament behind Darling Harbour, and I really liked Darling Harbour. It was bustling, there was always something to see and to do, but oh man, they upgraded the area big time. It was really good back then, but they decided to make it even better. So they have parks, they have little areas where you can sit at the harbour and relax. There was an art cinema, there are a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, and really Michael was realizing that since we've been in Manly and then went on the ferry, we haven't crossed one road and one traffic light, and we left Manly around 5ish, maybe 4:30, and we haven't crossed a traffic light till 9:30 at night, because walking there, it's so easy and it's so well done, and that's what we did, and then walked back to the hotel, because a lot in Chinatown has changed as well, and that was really cool to see and really cool to experience. So for you guys, definitely plan your visit for New Year's Eve early in the year. We booked the hotel probably in June, maybe May, and decided that we want to get the Opera House tickets in August while we were in Portugal. So we booked the tickets there and decided that we want to go see Cinderella and then get the tickets for the after show and the after party to see the fireworks. And as I told you before, it was definitely worth it. And yeah, so that was my little recap of New Year's Eve 2024 in Sydney. So I'm off for a good start now in 2025. My podcast will come out regularly. So if you haven't checked that one out, it's called Have It All Podcast with Dr. Kirsten Brim. You'll find it on my YouTube video when you want to watch the video. When you just want to listen to it, you can go to Spotify, to Apple Podcast, and watch it there. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the podcast on wherever platform you are listening to. Leave a review. It would mean the world to me. So I'll see you in the next one.